Good morning, I'm Danielle Noss, and welcome to The Balancing Act. Today, she went from manicurist to millionaire. Her motivating story and how you can get what you really want out of life just ahead. Plus, a fun way to lower stress and blood pressure and reduce memory loss. We think this method will be music to your ears. That and more is ahead today on The Balancing Act. Well, did you know that studies show that learning music actually makes you smarter, more self-confident, and better able to express yourself? Well, my next guest needs no help in any of those areas. Joining me today is Mark Anderson, Yamaha manager of portable keyboards. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Danielle. How are you?
Good, great. Thank you for being here with us this morning on The Balancing Act. So what is this about music makes you smarter?
As children's brains are developing, they make neural connections that have to do with something called spatial reasoning. And it's got something to do with the distance between the keys, and on a music staff, the distance between the notes, or on a guitar, difference between the frets. Anyway, what happens is that children that take music are better at things like mathematics.
Well, so how is Yamaha helping shape the lives of musicians in this new generation?
Well, we've graduated more students, taught more students worldwide than any other institution, and we're firmly behind education. The last thing we want is for someone to buy a musical instrument and have it underneath their bed collecting dust and not getting played.
No, we certainly don't want that.
That's right.
And I know you're going to do some playing for us here. This morning we're going to get a demonstration of some of the wonderful things you have. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Let's go have a look.
You know, one of the things I told you is I've always wanted to play the piano.
Yes.
So you've really encouraged me because you're saying, hey, it's never too late.
Never too late.
Hey, Reed, how are you?
I'm great, Danielle.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Tell me a little bit about the guitar Reed has.
Sure. This comes from our Gig Maker Deluxe package, and it's a beginner starter package, if you want to call it that, for someone that wants to get into guitar. It comes with the guitar, and in addition, it comes with a chromatic tuner, because, I mean, obviously you don't want to have to run back to the music store every time you have to tune the guitar.
Especially if you're just starting out.
That's right. But it also comes, our focus here has been on education, and it comes with a DVD that teaches you how to play guitar.
One of the things I find fascinating, Reed, we were talking earlier about the fact that you can play almost any song on the guitar using just 3 chords.
Absolutely.
Gotta show me that.
Okay. Show you G,
G,
C,
C,
and D.
and D. Great job.
Great.
All right, I'm going to issue a little challenge here. You're not going to let Reed show you up, are you?
Oh, no way. Let's see here. Yes.
Wonderful. Mark and I do have a gift of sorts for all of you out there. The Balancing Act is a very proud sponsor of the Yamaha Gift of Music Giveaway Premier Sweepstakes. Mark, can you tell us a little more about it?
Sure. We're going to, in the month of November, we're giving away $25,000 worth of PSRE 413 or the Gig Maker Deluxe guitar. It's the winner's choice. Do I want to learn to play guitar, or do I want to learn to play keyboards? So they should go up on the website. You could go to thebalancingact.com.
Sure.
Or to Yamaha.com and find out more and enter in the sweepstakes and win yourself one of these products.
And don't forget, once again, to check out Yamaha.com for all your music needs as well.
Yeah, and see what your favorite artist is playing.
Well, I like the two of you right now. And if I could sing, I'd grab a microphone and join you. But since I can't, I won't. I'll leave that to you. But thank you so much for being here with us this morning on The Balancing Act. I'll let you play us out.
All right, thank you.
Be sure and visit thebalancingact.com all through November and sign up for the Gift of Music giveaway. You could be one of the lucky 100 winners who will receive a Yamaha guitar or a keyboard. Take your pick and play. Well, Well, attention all you working mothers out there, there is indeed a way to have it all. Our next guest, Donna Hamilton, is the breadwinner in her family. She's active in her community. She has 3 children under the age of 6, including twins. And on top of all of that, she works at Microsoft as the Senior Communications Manager for the Office of the CIO. Donna has recently accepted a rare award from Bill Gates himself, and she's here with us this morning to tell us all about her keys to success. Donna, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks so much for inviting me.
All right, so when you went to college, what were your aspirations? What did you study?
I studied public relations. So I have a bachelor's degree in PR from a school in New Jersey, and I thought I always wanted to work in PR. However, I started actually programming computers in about 7th grade. So I also had a technical aptitude as well, and I actually started my career as a technical recruiter. And then in '98 was recruited by Microsoft. And then I became a product manager working on Microsoft's recruiting systems. From there, I became a technical trainer, so training some of our users on system applications. And in that job, I saw a niche. I remember saying to my VP via an email, hey, there's a piece of the puzzle missing here. I think you're lacking a central communications team. And he agreed with me. And not only did he put the position in place, but he offered me the job as well.
And you're like, hey, I just created my own job at Microsoft.
I did. I created my own job. And then from that job, I was offered the job that I have today, which is the communications manager for our CIO, Tony Scott.
Here's the thing that I struggle with is trying to figure out what my passion is. How do I not only harness that passion, but utilize it in a way that's positive for both me and my family? Did you ever go through any of those struggles trying to figure out exactly how you were going to do it all? Absolutely.
I still go through it today.
I do too, yeah.
But I think that, through strong organizational skills, constant reprioritization, and doing sanity checking with my spouse is also really important to make sure that every day I wake up saying, I'm lucky I get to go to work today, and at the end of the night, I can go to rest thinking I've done what's right for me, right for my family, and right for my company.
How does all of that personal figure into how you are as a professional? And how has Microsoft been in terms of support of that?
Microsoft's been very supportive. When I started in '98, I was single.
Okay.
I met my husband in 2000. 2001, we were engaged. 2002, we were married. And even before our first wedding anniversary, my daughter was born.
Oh, boy.
And then she was 2.5 when my twins were born. So Microsoft has supported me through being my single life, through getting married and having my children, and even supports me today through the wonderful benefits programs that they offer. They also have some diversity initiatives that they have in-house, such as Women at Microsoft and Women in IT to support me as well.
I think this is one of the challenges that I face, and maybe a lot of viewers out there face it as well. How do you balance, Donna, the personal and the professional?
It's a tough balance, I will say that. It requires constant reprioritization and amazing organizational skills. I also time box things. So in every job, there's going to be times where you have to really spend a lot of time in the office. And I'm comfortable doing that, but I often time box it and say, okay, I'm willing to do this for 2 months' time, and then I need to reshift my priorities and focus again on my family.
So what would your message be to other women out there, other working women out there?
I would say you can have it all. Go big or go home.
I agree.
Life's too short to sit on the couch. Go after all the things that you want in life and be an optimist in everything that you do. Count your blessings and go after what you want in life.
Donna Hamilton, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Here's a way in which you can help reduce harmful carbon emissions into the environment. Plug anything that can be powered by a remote control or has a power cube transformer into a power strip. And remember, unplug anything you're not using. Every little bit helps. Stay tuned for these and other green tips.
Now picture this, you're 8 years old, you're riding on your brand new bicycle that you got for your birthday. It's got a banana seat, remember that, Danielle?
I do.
Streamers on the high handlebars, it's painted your favorite color, mine was purple.
Mine was pink, and you have taken me back to First Street in Richmond with that story. And wouldn't you love to have an adult version of your childhood bike? Well, maybe one that's going to improve your health and save you some money on gasoline and make you feel like a kid again? Well, here to make that dream come true for us is Torger Sikvelen. He is president of Day6 Bicycles. Torger, thank you so much for being with us.
Hi,
Thank
Torger.
you.
Now tell us, what is the motivation for Day6 Bikes?
Well, the designer of our bike injured himself early in his career and found that the traditional bicycle was too uncomfortable. So he used his wife's bike as a model to develop the bike that we're going to look at here today.
I was going to say, I'm sure there've got to be some pretty unique benefits to an unusual looking bike like this. What are some of the benefits for the rider?
Well, there are a lot of benefits, and they all lead to comfort.
Okay.
One of the biggest benefits that we have is the ability to sit on the seat with both feet on the ground So when you come to a stop, you don't have to get on and off the seat. You can continue to maintain your riding position.
And there's a great backrest, too.
There is. The backrest allows you to have that power for climbing hills. It gives you nice support when you're sitting there. It's a very well-designed bicycle.
And we should say, this bike is not just for people with disabilities. It's for everybody.
Certainly not. It's very fun, and it will get you on that bike, get it out of the garage, and get you going.
One of the things you talked about was the wrist stress, too, because we all tend to want to ride our bikes like this, but with this bike, that's not the case.
Certainly, your wrist is not designed to support your weight, so when you lean forward on it, it can be very uncomfortable. By sitting up and having your hands above your shoulders, you're not putting that additional stress on your wrist.
Okay,
All right,
Torger, enough talk.
Take a look.
Let's see this bike.
I'd love to see some more of these bikes. All
Torger,
right.
look at these
Take
bikes.
a look at this.
I've never seen anything
Torger,
like
these
it.
are amazing. I actually think this is such an unusual design.
Tell me about the features here.
Well, what we have is a crank forward, step through bicycle.
Step on through, Miss Wendy.
Step through.
So these
Now,
are
why
men
did you
or
do-
women.
Yep. Why did you do step through?
Well, the biggest reason is the safety that's involved, but also if we had a top bar, you wouldn't be able to swing your leg over the seat because of the seat back.
And the seat back is a great feature. So this adjusts for your lower back.
The seat back is fully adjustable up and down, forward and back. It includes this handy backpack.
That's great. Store your stuff in there.
Nice high handlebars.
Exactly. Keeps the pressure off those wrists.
And we've got two different models here as well.
We do. We have a 21 speed, which we call the Dream. It's for those aggressive riders that maybe are still athletes and they want to get out and they want to ride hard, or maybe they live in a hilly area. The 7 speed, which we refer to as the Journey, is for those people that are getting back on the bike for the first time maybe in a while, and 21 speeds is a little intimidating, so they can use the single shifter of the 7 speed and get along just fine.
Sounds good.
So you're finding because gas prices have risen that people are using and buying your bikes just to run errands?
We are. If you replace 1 or 2 trips a day or a week, it will make quite a substantial difference in your fuel bill, and the versatility of a bicycle really allows people to do a lot of things.
One of the great things about the versatility, too, is you can take the kids along with this bike as well, right?
You can. If your kids are too young to ride, we have this trailer that attaches right to the back of the bike. It's very stable, it's very safe. If something happens, you tip the bike over, the kids are safe in a very stable trailer.
I have to tell you, Torger, I own that exact trailer, and I love it because it also converts to a really high handlebar stroller for jogging, and it is very safe and stable for the kids. Best one out there.
Sounds good.
And where can we go to find out more?
You can go to www.day6bicycles.com.
Yeah.
You can find out all about the bike, some bicycling hints, and if you mention that you saw this segment, you'll get a discount on your purchase.
Torger, thank you so much. Day6bicycles.com.
We're getting closer to the holidays, so where do you go for real advice on video to help you balance all your responsibilities? TheBalancingAct.com, of course. Well, you know, sometimes creating the life you desire can be a pretty daunting task. Imagine if you could get what you want when you want it. This is not a dream or a fairy tale. Our next guest has trained and coached thousands of individuals on what it takes to get what they want out of life. With us today is Charmin Lane, motivational speaker, radio host, and author. Char, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Danielle.
Talk about overcoming adversity. How did you go from a manicurist to a millionaire?
Great question. You know, honestly, I chose it. One day I decided I wanted more. I was making $20,000 a year as a manicurist, and I got out a pen and paper and wrote down the life I wanted. And I put together a plan on how I was going to make it happen. And a few years later, I was making over $1 million a year, and now I'm blessed to share those secrets with everyone else.
You know, it really is overcoming adversity and really concentrating on our own personal growth. And I know what you do is you do share that with thousands of other people. How do you go about assessing personal growth in an individual?
You know, whether I'm doing a keynote speech or working one-on-one with a client, the first thing I do is have people identify the areas of their life they're not happy with. And that sounds a little backwards because it's starting off on a negative note, but what that does is really allow a clean slate. And from there, I say, now identify what you want in its place. Throw reality out the window, just identify whether you think it's possible or not. Identify what you do want. And then you can break it down and make a short, simple plan, something that you can do each and every day to ultimately end up at your goal.
I think for women, for a lot of us, we tend to kind of be afraid to take the bull by the horn sometimes, not because we're not strong enough to do it, because we are, but we sometimes think about societal constraints and what would this person think if I did that? What would that person think if I did that? And I know you have a lot of helpful advice for women. It's about realizing our own power that we possess within us.
I think what you just said is really important, and it's really about our choices. You can choose to be a victim to your circumstances and your upbringing, or you can choose to allow those experiences to empower you and use them to be smarter and stronger. So I think if you really choose to be smart and be strong and stay true to yourself, you can accomplish anything you want.
Now, you really are what I like to call a one-man band. Books, seminars, products. Tell us about that.
Well, I actually have written a book called The 7 Secrets to Create Your Fate, and it's available in paperback form or an ebook. It's available as an audio or a video.
Is there one person, one particular event that maybe stands out in your mind and makes you realize, boy, this has really been all worthwhile?
There's one that resonates with me. It was a man that when I met him, he was horribly depressed. He had no job. He had attempted suicide. And after reading my book, he called me up and said it changed his life. He rediscovered his passion for boating and has since just got a letter from him a few weeks ago. And he said he's married, he's traveling the world sailing, teaching others how to sail, and is now writing articles for boating magazines.
Great advice. Where can we go for more information?
You can visit my website, www.charspeaks.com.
We will do that, Char. Thank you so much for being with us this morning on The Balancing Act.
Thank you.
If you've decided to hire an in-home caregiver, there are a few questions you should answer. Research the agency. Discuss their emergency and after-hours plans. Make sure they screen their employees and can provide references. And be sure to include your parent in this decision. It is very important that they be part of this new stage of life. Be sure and visit thebalancingact.com all through November and sign up for the Gift of Music giveaway. You could be one of the lucky 100 winners who will receive a Yamaha guitar or a keyboard. Take your pick and play. Well, we all have parts of our body that we want to improve upon, right? And despite tricep exercises at the gym, some of us still have flabby arms. Traditional body shapers usually concentrate on our lower areas, but now there's a solution for the arms to midriff area. Here to show us this great invention are sisters-in-law and co-founders of Slimpressions, Amy Pedersen and Jennifer Daniels. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Tell me about your backgrounds. How did you get started in the fashion industry?
You know, I had spent 20 years in the corporate world. I spent 16 of that with GE, and then most recently I was vice president of marketing for the background screening industry.
And after years in the marketing and advertising industry, we decided it was time for us to combine forces. We obviously are sisters-in-law, but also went to graduate school together and knew between the two of us we had this entrepreneurial spirit and really, candidly, the desire to build a company that was friendly for moms. We had really lost our work-life balance in the corporate world.
All right, so what inspired you to create Slimpressions?
Sadly, it was a personal need. I had gotten to the point when I would wave across the parking lot, my hand would stop, but my arm did not.
Oh, no.
So despite our shapewear arsenals in our closet, we knew there wasn't something on the market to address this need, so we went on this mission to create something to smooth the arms.
And we started off with just a design for the arm, but when we did focus groups, everyone said, that's awesome, we love it, but can you do something about my back fat and my midriff fat? So we had to go back to the drawing board, and we redesigned it and put it out to market.
Well, this is something that so many women suffer from, and so these solutions are great solutions, and I am so excited to take a look at them. What do you say we take a closer look?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. So you developed this magical solution that put the top back into control top, huh?
We sure did. We have our patent pending line of everyday shapewear here. Our founding garments, the haves and the have-nots, clearly have the sleevage control that we talked about earlier. The haves has a little extra chest coverage, a little layering piece, but the have-not scoops underneath the bra so you can BYOB, bring your own bra and promote your assets as you see fit.
And it's cut long as well. What are the sizing?
We actually size it, we call it 1, 2, and 3, but its sizing is based on your pant size, from 2 to a 22.
Now, why did you do pant size?
Well, ironically, it's exactly what you pointed out. It's that it's long and it works with your hips to stay in place. There's so many garments on the market that roll up during the day,
That's
and that was
true.
a frustration that we wanted to avoid in this.
Well, ladies, you're very brave because you're going to give us a live demonstration of how Slim Pressions works, right? Okay,
we
let's
do our
do
own
it.
stunts.
Okay.
We have one side has a sleeve and one side does not.
Okay,
You
I'm
can
going to
tell
say
me
this
which one.
does, this one does not.
Yes.
That side still looks great, though.
Oh, thank you.
All right, this side does not, this side does.
Exactly.
Oh, I mean, it is so great because you really can see the difference, and it does help kind of keep that all in there.
Absolutely.
I love that. All right, so if women want to find out more information about where they can buy Slim Pressions, where can they do that?
They can find it on our website at slimpressions.com, or they can find us at fine women's shops and lingerie shops in the United States and in Canada.
All righty, well, ladies, we appreciate you so much, and I think I need to take the have-not with me. What do you think?
All right, let's go. We'll take her out
Bye-bye,
right now.
have-not. Bye, we'll be right back. What's new in the home, brought to you by Sears. Say goodbye to those grueling days of vacuuming around the house. Today's vacuum cleaners make cleaning your home easier and help keep your family healthier. Select a new vacuum to enhance your comfort while increasing convenience. I'm Danielle Noss, and thanks for joining me on The Balancing Act. Tomorrow, do you love dogs? This company sure does, and it created canine care that's sure to fetch some compliments from you. And want to wear the most authentic, fashionable watches on the market without spending a whole lot of money? Well, we'll tell you how on the next Balancing Act. We'll see you then.